So this is our case number 3. This is like an elderly patient and presented with severe pain in the left maxillary region. What do we see over here? And what do our arrows indicate? We have severe pain in the left maxillary region. What do we see over here? We do see that there is associated soft tissue, right? We are able to appreciate that there is a dependent soft tissue density rather, involving the maxillary sinus. Soft tissue collection. Okay, you can just call it as soft tissue density, right? That's what we are able to appreciate, a soft tissue density in the dependent location of the maxillary sinus. What in addition are you able to appreciate? Okay. A tooth abscess. What do you call it as? Yeah. There is no history of procedure as such. There is no history of dental extraction also. Periapical abscess. Yeah, that's a good differential. That's a good way of presenting it. Right. So we are able to see that the outline, the bony outline, is not very well appreciated over here, right? As you can see, this part appears to be lost. The bony separation of the apex of this root, of this molar, is lost with the overlying mastoid, right? And we do see that there is some soft tissue density which appears to be contiguous in between the two, right? This is involving, it appears to be extending from here to here. So it is working as if it is the source and this is the manifestation. So we do see a periapical lucency and a loss of bony separation along with the overlying maxilla. And what would we call it as? This is an odontogenic sinusitis with periapical periodontitis. All right. Odontogenic sinusitis, why? Because sinusitis is definitely there, but the odontoid, that means the bone, the animal, the teeth or the tooth is acting as the source. So this is odontogenic sinusitis, and it is associated with periodontitis, which is actually the associated soft tissue. The inflammation which is adjacent to the tooth is called as the associated soft tissue, is called as periodontium, and then it is inflammation is called as periodontitis, right? So this is odontogenic sinusitis with periapical periodontitis of the maxillary second molar. So the maxillaries, which are especially in close association, which are the molars, have a tendency that they can spread in the overlying maxillary sinuses. Clinically, the patients present with acute pain, a lot of pain, might be associated with procedure, might not be associated with procedure, might just be spontaneous in nature. So when you're imaging maxillary sinuses, and then you should be very, very closely looking at the roots of the molars, the associated teeth, right? And you can appreciate loss of bony separation, something like this, right? Usually a sequence is what happens with the teeth, and it is very, very common. So then they initially start with the caries part. The caries start from the region of the crown. Eventually there is loss of crown, and the caries part or the loss of the dental animal starts from here. And eventually the pulp is exposed. So when the pulp of the teeth is exposed, it starts getting inflamed, necrotic. And eventually this starts falling off in the region of the, it starts affecting the root or the periapical region of the teeth, which eventually leads to inflammation, something like this. And then this inflammation starts moving beyond its margins, causing loss of separation, alveolar processes and alveolar plate destruction, and eventually involvement of the adjacent soft tissues, right? So it can evolve into abscesses and granulomas and can cause adjacent sinusitis. In terms of management, usually drainage is whatever drainable component, they remove the affected teeth and they're able to drain whatever pus is there. And obviously antibiotics, depending oral or IV antibiotics, depending upon the degree of the association. So this is the process, usually starts from here and migrates towards the apex and then starts causing destruction of the associated underlying bone, right? And the visualization might be just as simple as that small loss of the crown. Could be more above and beyond it, that the crown has been lost and now it has started involving the underlying aspect of the animal, and eventually might involve it to a greater extent and might be extending into the periodontogenic soft tissues. So, depending upon the level and the extent of involvement, the presentations might vary.